Recently, sir, we have seen that there is some rift with Maldives.
Politics is politics. I cannot, guarantee that in every country, in every day, everybody will support us or agree with us. Sometimes things go not in a.
Our voyage begins with a glance at the deep-rooted connection between India and the Maldives. The relationship between these two nations is like a colorful, intricate tapestry, woven through centuries of cultural exchange, trade, and shared historical experiences. From the ancient seafaring merchants to the modern diplomats, their paths have intertwined, creating a strong fabric of kinship that transcends borders.
A tweet by Maldives minister days after Prime Minister Modi's visit to Lakshadweep and his effort to promote tourism on the island has triggered a social media row. Now, in his post on social media platform X, the minister accused India of targeting Maldives in competing with. Remember, in the last few months have remained strained after President Mohammad Muizzu came to power in 20.
जमीनी इलाका भले ही छोटा हो, अंदर से अभिभूत है। उनसे मेरा आग्रह है कि वो पहले लक्षद्वीप आकर जरूर देखें।
India, with its vast resources and strategic location, has always been a reliable security partner for the Maldives, providing aid, assistance, and a sense of stability in the turbulent waters of the Indian Ocean. On the other hand, the Maldives, with its strategic location and unique cultural offerings, has been an important ally for India, acting as a counterweight to external influences and providing a gateway to the rest of the Indian Ocean region. But like any grand tapestry, the relationship between India and the Maldives isn't.
Now, this comes after Prime Minister's tweets about snorkeling in Lakshadweep went viral and prompting many social media users in India to suggest that Lakshadweep as an alternative tourism destination to Maldives. Now,
without its knots and frays. The recent diplomatic incident involving insensitive remarks towards India, for instance, has raised questions about the strength of these ties. Is the fabric of kinship beginning to unravel? Or is it simply a thread that's come loose, something that can be mended with time and understanding? And then there's the elephant in the room, or rather the dragon on the horizon. China's growing economic engagement in the Maldives, with infrastructure projects and investments, has added a new layer of complexity to the Indo-Maldivian relationship. It's like a new thread being introduced into the tapestry, a thread that's different in color and texture, one that could either enrich the design or disrupt the harmony. While India and the Maldives share a bond that's been nurtured over centuries, they now stand at a modern crossroads. How they navigate this new landscape, with its modern challenges and shifting alliances, will determine the future of their relationship. A new layer of complexity, necessitating careful navigation, arises with China's growing economic engagement in the Maldives. Security remains a cornerstone of the Indo-Maldivian partnership. In the grand ballet of geopolitics, India and the Maldives have always been partners, moving in rhythm to the tune of shared interests and mutual respect. India, with its maritime prowess, has long been a guardian of peace and stability in the region, providing a security umbrella under which the Maldives has flourished. But the dance becomes intricate when we consider the environmental concerns that come with economic development and tourism. The Maldives, a tropical paradise renowned for its stunning beaches and coral reefs, is heavily reliant on tourism revenue. Consequently, tourism practices that may be detrimental to the fragile Maldivian ecosystem pose a significant challenge. India, in its role as a friend and partner, advocates for responsible tourism practices. But this isn't just about preserving the beauty of the Maldives. Climate change and rising sea levels pose a very real existential threat to this island nation. Balancing the Maldives' need for tourism revenue with the imperative to protect its environment is a delicate task. So, how do we strike this balance? The key lies in sustainable development. By promoting ecotourism and investing in green technologies, both countries can ensure that the golden goose of tourism doesn't become the harbinger of environmental doom. India can play a vital role here by sharing its expertise in renewable energy and sustainable practices. All this necessitates open communication and collaboration. India must respect the Maldives' sovereignty and its right to chart its own developmental course. At the same time, the Maldives must recognize the long-term benefits of adopting sustainable practices. The dance of geopolitics is a complex one with many steps and turns. But with mutual respect, collaboration, and a shared vision for a sustainable future, India and the Maldives can navigate this dance floor together. Open communication and joint efforts in sustainable development and environmental protection hold the key to navigating this delicate balance. Our journey into the Indo-Maldivian relationship wouldn't be complete without acknowledging the wider currents of the Indian Ocean region. The ebb and flow of geopolitics in this maritime expanse has far-reaching implications. China's assertive presence, exemplified by its String of Pearls strategy and Belt and Road Initiative ambitions, is a significant factor. This expansionist strategy puts India in a position where it must reassess, recalibrate, and respond to the increasing influence of China in its immediate neighborhood. The United States' role in the region cannot be overlooked either. As a long-standing player in the Maldives, its interests and actions inevitably impact the dynamics of the Indo-Maldivian relationship. This complex geopolitical landscape, teeming with competing interests and shifting alliances, requires India to navigate with strategic acumen and diplomatic finesse. India's challenge, therefore, is akin to a skilled captain steering a ship through turbulent waters. The goal is to maintain strong ties with the Maldives, a close neighbor and friend, while also balancing relationships with other regional players. The task is not easy, but India's rich diplomatic history and experience in the region provide it with the tools to manage this delicate balancing act. The key to charting a successful course may lie in multilateral collaboration. By fostering cooperation on issues such as maritime security, sustainable development, and environmental protection, India can build bridges of shared interest and mutual benefit. Such collaboration not only strengthens ties with the Maldives, but also creates opportunities for positive engagement with other players in the region. In essence, the Indo-Maldivian relationship is not just about two nations, it's about how these two nations interact within the larger context of regional geopolitics. This relationship, like the Indian Ocean itself, is fluid and ever-changing, shaped by the currents of external influences and internal dynamics. As we navigate these turbulent waters, let's remember that multilateral collaboration on issues like maritime security and environmental protection can offer a beacon of stability and shared progress in the region. As we conclude our voyage across the azure waters of the Indian Ocean, let's revisit the key points of our journey. We've explored the rich tapestry of the Indo-Maldivian relationship, woven over centuries of cultural exchange and shared experiences. Yet, recent diplomatic incidents and China's rising economic influence have created ripples on this calm sea, necessitating careful navigation. We've also seen the delicate dance of balancing security, environment, and tourism. India's advocacy for responsible tourism practices must harmonize with the Maldives' crucial need for tourism revenue, all while ensuring the security of the region. Finally, we've charted the turbulent waters of the wider Indian Ocean region, where China's assertive presence, the US's long-standing role, and other competing interests add layers of complexity. With strategic acumen and multilateral collaboration, India and the Maldives can navigate these turbulent waters towards a future of shared progress and stability. A diplomatic storm brews over the Indian Ocean as Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Lakshadweep triggers a ripple effect, reaching the shores of the Maldives. The island nation's officials view India's focus on Lakshadweep as a strategic move to assert dominance, shaking the region's delicate balance of power. As a counter, the Maldives is strengthening ties with China, setting the stage for a geopolitical tug-of-war. The tension escalates with derogatory social media remarks about Modi, leading to a significant Indian tourist boycott. This diplomatic storm has stirred up the waters, straining the relationship between India and the Maldives. As the diplomatic storm rages, it stirs up the economic tides between the two countries. Let's first consider the tourism sector. The development of Lakshadweep as a tourist destination might seem to pose a competitive threat to the Maldives, yet it's crucial to remember that competition can often spur innovation and growth. Indeed, shared challenges and opportunities could pave the way for collaboration between the two. Joint marketing initiatives, knowledge exchange, and perhaps even combined tourism packages could indeed benefit both economies. Now, let's turn to the potential for trade and investment. Enhanced connectivity and infrastructure development in Lakshadweep could open up new avenues for economic cooperation. Fisheries and renewable energy, for instance, are areas where India and the Maldives could potentially deepen their economic ties. And then there's the proposed submarine cable, an ambitious project that could revolutionize communication between Lakshadweep and the mainland and potentially extend to the Maldives. Such a development could give a significant boost to the Maldivian digital economy, further strengthening the economic bonds between the two nations. These economic tides, influenced by political winds, have the potential to change the course of the Maldivian economy. It's a delicate dance of diplomacy and economics, with the Maldives balancing its interests between India, a historical ally, and China, a rising global power. As we navigate these economic tides, it's clear that the future holds both challenges and opportunities, shaped by the forces of diplomacy, economics, and indeed, the shared commitment to sustainability and environmental stewardship. Despite the diplomatic storm and changing economic tides, there are potential environmental synergies that could unite these island nations. Both Lakshadweep and the Maldives share a common adversary, the urgent threat of coral reef degradation and rising sea levels. These environmental challenges, which are a direct result of climate change, demand urgent attention and collective action. Prime Minister Modi's emphasis on sustainability during his visit to Lakshadweep could potentially open avenues for regional partnerships in environmental protection. Imagine the impact of joint initiatives aimed at safeguarding the shared marine ecosystems. Such collaboration not only fosters knowledge exchange, but also contributes to preserving the delicate marine biodiversity of the region. Furthermore, these environmental synergies extend beyond protection and preservation. They also present opportunities for sustainable development and green economies. For instance, the Maldives and Lakshadweep could explore partnerships in renewable energy, particularly harnessing the abundant solar and wind energy resources in these regions. In essence, amidst the tumultuous political waves and shifting economic currents, these environmental synergies could serve as a beacon of hope. They could guide these nations through the storm, steering them towards a future of mutual prosperity and environmental stewardship. These environmental synergies could be the beacon of hope that guides these nations through the storm. As the diplomatic storm subsides and the economic tides settle, the future of relations between India and the Maldives will depend on how they navigate these complexities. The ripple effects of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Lakshadweep have stirred conversations beyond India's shores, particularly in the neighboring Maldives, with potential impacts reverberating on the political, economic, and environmental fronts. On the diplomatic stage, the apprehensions echoed by some Maldivian officials about India's focus on Lakshadweep have hinted at a potential strain in the regional power dynamics. Simultaneously, the Maldives finds itself in a tug-of-war as India and China vie for influence, a geopolitical crossfire that could shape the future of the island nation. Yet, amid these strategic concerns, there are opportunities for economic collaboration. The development of Lakshadweep as a tourist destination could spark competition with the Maldives, but it simultaneously opens avenues for knowledge sharing and joint marketing initiatives that could benefit both economies. Enhanced connectivity in Lakshadweep also paves the way for new trade and investment opportunities, potentially boosting the Maldives' digital economy and communication capabilities. Moreover, the shared environmental challenges of coral reef degradation and rising sea levels faced by Lakshadweep and the Maldives underscore the urgency for regional partnerships in environmental protection and marine conservation. Joint initiatives to safeguard shared marine ecosystems could foster knowledge exchange, preserving the delicate marine biodiversity of the region. Tensions may exist, but so do opportunities for constructive engagement. The future of India-Maldives relations will hinge on their ability to balance these complexities, striving for mutual prosperity while upholding their commitment to environmental stewardship. The Indian Ocean bears witness to the unfolding story as these nations chart their course towards a future defined by collaboration or conflict.